Welcome, travel agents. We are so excited to have Monica and Tara for Disney Destinations training in English today. Monica, how you doing?
Good. Thanks, Amanda. How's everybody? I hope everybody's doing well.
And we're so excited to have Tara. If you didn't join us yesterday, we learned that Tara will be our new BDM in the future, and we are really excited to have her. So, without further ado, Monica, I'll go ahead and let you get started.
Okay, thank you. And on behalf of Tara and I, we appreciate you guys taking the time to join us for an hour today to talk about Disney destinations. Um, for those of you that know me, I'm Monica, and Tara, I don't know if you guys can see her. She's up there somewhere in the photos, but so Disney destinations, if you guys are not familiar, most of you are, it's a total of six products. So it's Disney Cruise, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Alani, Adventures by Disney, and National Geographic. So for the purposes of the presentation today, I am just going to talk about three of the bigger core products. So that will be Disney Cruise. I'll then go into a little bit about what's happening at Walt Disney World, and then I'll round it out with Disneyland and its 70th anniversary. And then I'm going to go a little bit into DisneyTravelAgents.com. So without further ado, let's go and get started here. So I'm going to take you guys back to the basics for the first few slides. I don't think everybody out there has been on a Disney cruise, so I did want to give you just some of the reasons of why you should book a Disney cruise and a little bit about what sets us apart from our competition. So, of course, we'll kick it off with our world-class entertainment. We have some of the best Broadway-style entertainment on board the ships. Remember, Disney is all about storytelling. And through those stories, that's how our families and your clients make memories. So when you come on board a Disney cruise ship, you're going to get the best entertainment in the industry, hands down. We also have deck parties and theme nights. On every cruise, we have a pirate night. The families will dress up. The adults that are sailing, adults only, they'll dress up. The kids, they'll all come dressed to dinner. We'll have a huge deck party that night. And then, of course, we are the only brand that does fireworks at sea. So they'll get to see a beautiful, spectacular, out in the middle of the ocean fireworks celebration on one of the nights on board the cruise. Then, of course, Disney's known for its characters. We have our fan favorite characters on board. And then, of course, we're a multi-generational brand. So we have activities for every age. I will tell you guys that about 30% of our cruisers right now are adult only, if you can believe that. So they come with no kids. They love the ships, they love the entertainment, they love the service, and they love to cruise with us. So moving on here, let's talk a little bit about our dining. So Disney does what we call rotational dining. So we're a little different than some of the other mass market cruise lines out there. What happens is your clients will come on board. They'll rotate through three different restaurants, three completely different experiences on board. If they're on a short cruise, they'll do each restaurant one night. If they're on a longer cruise, they'll do some of the restaurants twice. The greatest thing about our dining is the wait staff will rotate with your clients. So they'll start in one dining room, the next night they'll come to the next dining room, their wait staff will be there, they'll greet them, they'll know exactly what they want to drink, so they will rotate with them, hence the rotational dining experience. We also have lots of uniquely Disney experiences on board. When you're experiencing some of those restaurants, some of those are dinner and a show. So remember, we're a multi-generational brand with usually lots of children on board. So we want to keep the kids entertained while they're at dinner. So we'll have some of our experiences in our restaurants will be a show and a dinner. We have some restaurants that are just flat out beautiful. And we have some restaurants that are interactive. I don't want to give it all away. I want you all to go on a cruise and experience these. But just know that each restaurant offers a unique and different experience. We do have quick service on board. So those are those little places you'll go, those little outdoor kiosk restaurant types that you can just grab a quick plate. It could be barbecue, it could be Mexican, it could be pizza, hot dogs, chicken fingers, whatever. And then, of course, we do have a couple, depending on which ship. of adult exclusive only dining. So Palo is one of our famous. If you're on Cruise Critic, you'll read about our Palo brunch. It is beyond phenomenal. The food, plan on spending a couple of hours in there if you are doing the dining experience, but it is one of the highest rated dining experiences across any brand. So that's just a little bit about dining. I'm going to go flip this. There we go. Once again, we're a multi-gen brand, so we have fun for the entire family. We have plenty of nightclubs and lounges for those adult-only experiences. We have plenty of places to get a rest and relax. We have hot tubs, plenty of pools outside. We have a sports deck for the kids. Of course, we have our immersive kids club. I'm going to talk about that in another slide. That is an award-winning kids club. And then, of course, lots of activities to do outside poolside. Okay, spacious staterooms. I actually cannot do this picture much justice. Let me see if I flip it, if it'll flip through. Hold on one second. Nope. Okay. So, the one thing I want you guys to note about a Disney stateroom is our split bathroom. So we have a concept. It's called split bathroom. So it's two bathrooms in one room. One will have a tub, shower, sink, and the second bathroom will have a sink and a toilet. So greatest invention ever for a multi-gen family brand line that both parents can have a single child or two children in each bathroom simultaneously getting ready for dinner. So I don't know who thought of this, but it was absolutely genius that they would put this on a cruise ship with a lot of families. Okay, another big point that sets us apart from our competition are our private islands. So we have two. Our Disney Castaway Key that you guys can see here is accessible only to Disney guests. You can see that the ship will dock. Our guests will get off. They'll enjoy a beautiful day at Castaway Key. This is in the Bahamas. We will have characters walking around the island. There is a 5K area if you've got mom and dad or the kids that want to run or walk, get out and walk the island. We have bike rentals, so they can also rent a bike and they can cycle around the island. We have an adult only area called Serenity Bay. We have plenty of areas you guys can see there along the water that are actually for the entire family. We do have barbecues on the island. We have two areas that you can go and you can eat while you're on the island. We have drink stations where you can get your drinks. And then, of course, if you're an adult and you want an adult beverage, that is absolutely not a problem either. So this is really just a very relaxing and or fun day in a private island just for our Disney guests. Our second island, so this one's fairly new. This opened last, I believe it was June or July. So this is Disney's Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. This is one of the most beautiful, untapped, serene private islands you will go to. It is located on the island of Eleuthera in the southern Bahamian Islands. So it's on the southern tip. This is not actually outright owned by us. We are leasing this from the Bahamian government. So you may, as you walk along the island, see some Bahamian locals. That is not unusual on the beach. They are allowed to come to the beach. They just aren't going to go up onto the property. But you can see here that we partnered with a Bahamian architectural group of people because the buildings look a little bit like conch shells or seashells, which is a node to the Bahamian culture. We have floating walkways and a floating dock. If you've ever been to Eleuthera, you know that it has one of the most beautiful coral reefs surrounding the island, and Disney wants to make sure that that stays intact and whole. So everything that you're walking on the island is elevated. It's up off of the ground so that we can keep the vegetation and the greenery intact. So once again, there's a private area for the adults, Serenity Bay. There's plenty of areas for the families to go. The kids program goes on both islands. So if the parents want to drop the kids, they can do that. It is free of charge. We will take care of them. And then, of course, there's plenty of places to eat and bars to drink at on both islands. Okay, I get this question asked a lot. Monica, what's the target? prospect or client for Disney Cruise Line. So let's talk just a little bit about when your clients come on board, maybe kind of where they fit in the big scheme of things. A lot of times, if you're coming on a Disney cruise, you need to have a little bit of an affinity for Disney because you're going to obviously see a lot of characters and a lot of Disney themed events and shows happening. So we tend to cater to a high Disney affinity client. That means they like Disney. A lot of times they have a little bit of a higher household income compared to the US median. I'm going to shoot it to you guys straight. Disney's not cheap. And I'm going to give you the reasons why. The service, the food, the entertainment, the accommodations, the characters, the Broadway style shows, all of that. Your drinks are included, not your alcoholic ones, but your sodas. The kids can add unlimited drinks, your quick service, those are all included. We have a lot of first time cruisers. I'm not sure if I told you guys that 30% of our ships are adults and about 30 to 40% of our ships are first time cruisers. First ever to the industry, never been on a ship. They come to Disney first. Our sweet spot, families with kids, ages 3 to 10. That is what I like to call our bread and butter. If you've got families traveling with younger kids, they're going to enjoy a Disney cruise. And then, of course, regional prospects and past Disney guests. Once we get your guests on board, hopefully they'll come back for a second, third, fourth time. And regional prospects just means that we're expanding into a lot more regional home ports. So, for instance, we sail out of Fort Lauderdale, we sail out of Port Canaveral, we sail out of Galveston. That's going to change here shortly. It's going to be a little bit of a longer season in Galveston, which is great news. We have San Diego. We're getting ready to go to Alaska. We have 2 ships to Alaska, Europe. We are an international brand. We go all over the world. Okay. Okay, so this is what actually is included in your Disney cruise. So obviously you get the legendary Disney service. That is one of our biggest pillars. That is what we stand behind. Disney is known for its service hands down. You're going to get one of the best themed kids clubs in the industry. It is almost an entire half a deck for just the 3 to 9 year olds. That doesn't include the areas for the teens and the tweens upstairs. We have adult exclusive areas, exclusive adult areas, simply adult only, no children in there. Lots of themed bars, 2 great restaurants, lots of little cafes and coves to go and sit and eat. Our rotational dining is included, our 24-hour room service. We do not charge for room service. Your soda, coffee, and tea are included in the cruise fare. Like I said, the kids can bring their Yetis, their Stanley cups. They can come on board and they can fill up at the soda machine all day long, and it's inclusive of the price. Obviously, our Broadway style Disney musicals, any first run films. So, for instance, Lilo and Stitch just came out in the theaters. So if it debuts on land, it debuts on board the ship also. So your clients will get to see those first run films at sea free of charge. We have our themed deck parties, our fireworks at sea, our spacious staterooms with our split bathrooms. And then, of course, this is what really brings it home are those special moments with the Disney characters and your families making memories on board the ship. So that is everything that is included in the Disney cruise price. Okay. There we go. Okay, we also have, I'm just going to touch on really quickly a few themed cruises. So we have our Pixar Day at Sea. These are specialty cruises where we bring an immense amount of Pixar characters on board the ship. This is happening in 2026, starting in January on the Disney Fantasy. And that is select 7-night Caribbean sailings, and it is open for booking now. On top of that, we also have our Disney Cruise Line Marvel Days at Sea. So that's more than 30 different Marvel characters and superheroes that are going to be sailing on that ship for that special Marvel Day at Sea. For the first time ever, this is going to be on the Disney Magic, sailing out of Galveston for 2026. So we're super excited if you're a Texan to have that ship coming, and we're going to have those Marvel Days at Sea starting next January. We also have our Halloween on the High Seas. So we have our themed cruises. That was one of the niche areas for Disney. This is something only Disney offers with the characters. So if you are sailing around Halloween time, we have our Halloween on the High Seas cruises. The ship will be decked out in Halloween. The characters are all dressed in Halloween. The kids can go trick or treating. It's super, super fun. And then on the flip side, as we go towards Christmas, we also have our very Maritime cruises that will debut right after Halloween. So lots of themed cruises that only Disney can offer. And then, of course, if your clients have a Disney band, if they have a Magic Band Plus, if they're using it to go into Walt Disney World or Disneyland, they can also use these on the ship. Okay, so when they check in or they go to the gift store, they can go ahead and sync the watch. It is attached to your room and or credit card. So while you're on board the ship, if you want to purchase anything, you would just tap the band. It will also open your door. So just FYI. So really great use of one Magic Band for all three products for both the parks and the cruise. Okay, look into the future. If we have a big magical crystal ball, I'm going to tell you guys in the next 5 years, by the year 2031, Disney will have 13 ships. We are going to almost double our fleet in the next 5 years. That is huge for us, huge for you guys, because you guys have more product to sell. You can make more commission, and we need you guys. Tara doesn't get credit. I don't get credit if you guys don't book it. So we need you guys to sell Disney Cruise Line, and that's what we're here to help you do. So moving forward, at the end of this year, we will have a brand new ship. She will be the third in her class. She is a Wish class ship, a Triton class. So it is called the Disney Destiny. And what is this ship going to be themed, Monica? It's all about heroes and villains. So just think about all of the characters in the Disney movies that are heroes and villains, and you most likely will see them on board the Disney Destiny. Where is she going to sail from? She's going to do 4 and 5 night sailings from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She's going to start at the end of this year. She'll go through next year. She will alternate a 4-5-5. So she'll do a 4-night Bahamian cruise. She'll go to Castaway Cay or Nassau, depending. And then she'll also go to our newest private island, Lighthouse Point, and then she'll do 1 day at sea. On the 5-night cruises, you most likely will get, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Nassau and Lookout Cay 1 week, and then Castaway and Lighthouse the next, with 2 days at sea. And then on the Western Caribbean, you guys will get Cozumel and Castaway Cay. So 3 different itineraries when she starts to set sail. And this is exactly what she looks like when you walk into the Grand Hall. So as a Disney guest, when you walk onto our ship, you will enter this beautiful big hall. And every one of my Disney ships has one, and every one of them is themed differently depending on what the theme of the ship is. So since this is Heroes and Villains, you guys can see probably that's Black Panther. So that's T'Challa from Black Panther. So of course he's a hero. So as you enter in, your clients are announced by the staff. The staff is waiting. They will announce the Williams party, the Hopkins party, and your clients will walk on through and they'll be cheered, and then they'll see all the characters standing around. Okay, a little bit about the dining on board the Destiny. Remember our rotational dining? So we'll have 3 restaurants on this ship. Your guests will get to experience Worlds of Marvel, which, if you guys can't tell there, it's all about Guardians of the Galaxy. 1923, which is our upscale, beautiful, elegant restaurant. And that's an ode to the year that Disney's animation studio started. So that would be 1923. So this restaurant is very sophisticated and just beautiful, lots of glass, lots of architecture. And then we have a third dining, which is brand new. So for the first time ever on one of our ships, we have Pride Land's Feast of the Lion King. So this, once again, is more of like a theatrical dining show. You'll sit down, you'll start getting served with your food. They'll come out and do a beautiful rendition of the Lion King, all about Simba and his circle of life as while you eat. And then the show will end and the dining experience will be over. So first time ever, we have Pride Land's Feast of the Lion King. That will be the 3rd restaurant on board the Disney Destiny. Okay, just a little bit about the entertainment on board. Once again, these are those plucked off of Broadway style shows. So for the first time ever, we have a signature production, Disney Hercules, featuring the music and characters that you guys love from this movie. So if you haven't sailed on the Treasure, which is the ship that just came out before, we had a show called Disney, The Tale of Moana. It was hands down the most phenomenal show I've ever seen in my life, hands down, anywhere I've been, even on Broadway. So that'll just tell you a little bit about what these shows entail and the kind of talent that we have on board. Okay. Sorry, I'm on a little bit of a delay here. There we go. So we will have villainous encounters on board the Disney Destiny. So you'll see more heroes and villains than on any other ship. And then we're going to have some really, really cool adult only spaces. So for those of you that are familiar with Cruella de Vil, you're probably in the back of your head going 101 Dalmatians, you would be correct. So you can tell by the color theme in this jazz studio, this jazz area, the red, white, and the blacks. So this is all about, once again, this is not a hero, this is a villain, but this is a really cool place to come and get a pre-dinner drink. No kids in here. So, and listen to some really, really cool, like jazz piano music. So I can't wait to see this. This is a brand new concept for Disney. We also have two other adult only areas, the Sanctum and the Cask and Cannon. I don't have any pictures yet, kind of hot off the press. You guys can probably already guess that the Sanctum is an ode to Doctor Strange. And then, of course, the Cask and Cannon is an ode to Pirates of the Caribbean. So if you can just think about a really cool pub with some pirates, some barrels of beer, things like that for the adults, that's what this is going to look like. Okay, and then some returning guest favorites. Okay, so I alluded to this earlier about Disney's Oceaneer Club. This is hands down the best kids and or adult area on the ship. If you are a kid at heart, as an adult, you go in here, you will become a kid again. You will want to stay. They have some really cool things. We have a Marvel Superhero Academy. The kids can become any character they want. We have Fairy Tale Hall. They're going to read stories. They're going to do all kinds of art things, arts and crafts. We have for the Star Wars seekers, we have a cargo bay area for the kids, and then of course we have our Imagineering lab because Disney's all about the imagination. The sky's the limit with Disney, so the kids get to go in there and they get to become creative and artistic, and just pretty much anything they dream about, they're going to be able to put it down on paper or they're going to be able to live it out. So and then, of course, lots of character greetings because this is Disney Cruise Line. So the characters do go into the Oceaneer Club periodically throughout the day, different characters. For the teens and tweens, they have their own area. And I'm going to tell you guys, it is phenomenal. The Edge, the Vibe, and the Hideaway. So once the kids hit 11, they are able to start going up into the tween area. And then once I believe they're 14 or 15, they'll go into the teen area. So these are fully supervised areas. They have lots of scheduled activities. They keep the kids busy, but they do have their own area to go to, separate from the little ones, and then also separate from the adult. These are just some of the venues that are on most of the ships, not all of them. So the cinemas, I told you guys we had the first run movies. We have cinemas on every ship. The Haunted Mansion parlor is going to be on the Destiny. It debuted on our last ship, which was the Disney Treasure, and it was a huge, huge hit. You couldn't get people to leave this pub. So it's just like you're walking into the Haunted Mansion in the theme park. We pretty much plucked it out of the theme park and put it on the ship. So you're going to walk in. They're going to have all these ghostly, ghouly drinks, all these dark lights, these phantoms, and these ghosts are running around. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. We also have lots of family pools, of course, lots of places to eat, little pool splash zones for the little ones. And then, of course, we do have our adult only area. These are on all of our ships. And then rejuvenating adventures. This is mostly for adults. We do have a spa, a full service spa on board. And then, of course, for the ladies, if you'd like to go get a mani-pedi or get your hair done, whatever it is, we do have Untangled Salon. On the flip side, for the gentlemen, we actually have a Barbary area, so they can go and get a full shave. They can get a haircut, and it is also doubles as a bar. So there's lots of spirits, lots of bourbons, lots of scotches, so they can go there. It's funny because you'll walk by and you'll see all the fathers in there. So the kids are in the kids area, mom's in the spa, and the dads are always in Hooks Barbary. So just a really great area for the gentlemen to go to. Okay, I'm going to talk. That was a little bit about Disney Destiny. Once again, she's going to debut at the end of this year. She's going to do 4 and 5 night Caribbean. I want to show you a few renderings of our newest ship after, which will be the Disney Adventure. She is going to do her maiden voyage also at the end of this year. And where is she going to sail from? She's going to sail from Singapore. And where is she going to go, Monica? She's going to go nowhere. She's 2 days at sea. She is a 3 night cruise. And the ultimate destination on this cruise is the ship. And I'm going to show you guys why. She is a beauty. She is big. She is our grandmama. She is 6,700 passengers and 2,111 staterooms. So she has 200,000 gross tons. You guys are already selling something similar with a different brand. It's a really big ship. I want to point out one thing about the Disney ships. When you enter on board, if you look up and down, east to west, you are going to see everything Disney. Everything has a purpose and a reason. There is always a story. There is no empty space, as you can tell by the renderings. So for the first time ever, this ship will be divided into 7 actual areas, is what I'll call it. So this is one of the open air interior spaces. And then on the other side of it, this is called Disney Discovery Reef. So this is another open air interior space. You're going to see staterooms in the middle of the ship, just like you guys are selling with another brand. The greatest thing about this is at night, this becomes bioluminescent and it actually glows. So as you're walking through the center of the ship, it's almost like an entertainment area. If we go outside, to Marvel Landing, once again, themed Marvel, you're going to see all kinds of new, interesting things on a Disney ship. If you look in the back, you guys can see the roller coaster. So this is the longest coaster at sea. I believe it's like, I don't know how many feet. It's like the longest. You're going to see Groot's Galaxy Spin, and then you're going to see a little area where the kids can hop on the little carts and drive around. I think I have some pictures that are closer up. Here we go. So this is the area where the kids will get into the little cars on Marvel Landing, and they'll be able to drive around the track. And then, of course, you've got Groot's Galaxy Spin. If you guys have been on any of our Guardians of the Galaxy rides, you know this is probably going to also have some kind of music that they'll be listening to. It'll probably be Groot's best spins, whatever that is at the time. So that's just a little bit about the adventure. I don't have a whole lot of renderings, but I just wanted to give you a sneak peek just because she is the newest ship and she's unlike any other ship we have in our fleet. She is by far the biggest. I don't know that we'll have another one like her. So just stay tuned. She will be in Singapore for 5 years and then hopefully we'll make her way back over to the US. So I'm going to leave Disney Cruise Line for the sake of time and head on over to Walt Disney World for just really quick some updates. So we are coming into our Cool Kids Summer. This is our campaign for the summer. We're going to have all kinds of really fun things going on inside Walt Disney World. We do have some new theme park experiences. So this is a picture of Disney Starlight. We just announced, I think yesterday, that this parade is going to debut July 20th. And this is going to be magical. It is going to be floats with all of your favorite characters. It's going to go down Main Street, USA, and it is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. We do have our must-do classics and thrills when you go into the park. Those would be the rides, for instance, Tron, Guardians of the Galaxy, any and all of the fun rides. I want to talk a little bit about staying on resort versus off resort, and then I'm going to go through a few special offers. So for the summer of 2025, which is now, these are open to book now. We have several different offers. We have a 3-day 3-park ticket that your clients can buy. Remember, this is a 3 park ticket, not a 4. So this is a great ticket for those clients that have already done everything they can do in Magic Kingdom and they don't want to go back, or they're okay not going there. These would be the other 3 parks. So this would be Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. Um, you guys were able to sell these April 6th. They run all the way through the summer for a limited time. It is a special price, 3-day, 3 park ticket. On top of that, we still have the 50% off kids ticket offer. So for the limited time, which is now, I believe, through the end of summer, your clients can save 50% on the purchase of a 3 to 10 day Disney theme park ticket for children ages 3 to 9, once again, which is our sweet spot. So they can start using these this weekend, yesterday, because today's the 28th. So they must select a start date at the time of purchase, and the purchase of an adult price ticket is not required. So you can buy them just for the kids. If they want to upgrade to a park hopper ticket or add any other options, they are eligible to do that with this ticket. Okay, a few resort offers. Some of the benefits of staying, whoop, a little too fast. At our resort is obviously more time in the theme park. If you're staying at one of our collection resorts, they'll get the extra 30 minutes to play every day any one of the parks, so they'll be able to go in before most of the general public. Get the legendary service and amenities that happen within the park. They'll get the complimentary transportation if they're staying on one of our properties. That could be the monorail, that could be one of the buses. It could be as any of our Disney transportation is inclusive. And then of course they will get the proximity and flexibility of staying right there on property. So it's much easier, much quicker, much faster if you're staying on property to get into the park than it is if you're staying outside. And there are a few different, there's 4 resorts actually. If you stay at any one of these 4 resorts, so Disney's Pop Century Resort, our Art of Animation, our Caribbean Beach, or our Wilderness Lodge, for our Cool Kids Summer campaign, if your clients stay at one of these 4, they're going to get these extra activities. So they're going to get extra character visits. They're going to get special fun and games. They're going to have all kinds of extra amenities for the littlest ones. We'll provide a bottle warmer and a sterilizer. We're going to give them a diaper disposal system. We're going to give them all kinds of whatever they need for their little ones if they're staying at one of these 4 resorts. So this is something that we are actually testing right now. We're going to use this summer to test it to see if we want to bring it back next summer. But if you are booking your clients at any one of these, they will get all of these extra amenities for the cool kids. Okay, so we announced this about a year ago, but I just wanted to just make a quick reminder. If you have any clients that are staying at any of my resorts anytime this year, as long as it's at a Disney resort, they don't even have to have tickets, just staying at the resort. On their first day, they'll get a free admission to a water park. Okay, so that's either Disney's Blizzard Beach or Disney's Typhoon Lagoon. Only on day of check-in, they can settle in, put on their bathing suit, go to one of the water parks, relax, and then the next day, go ahead and head into the park. And that is actually a benefit that was brought up by a travel partner. They suggested that, and Disney went ahead and said, you know what, that's a really great idea. Let's try that. So thank you guys for that. So we do have another promotion. You can get a free dining plan with the purchase of a non-discounted travel company package or with a park hopper option. So this is available for arrivals June through September, October through November, and then anytime but Christmas. Once again, free dining plan is a huge one for us. I will put a plug here that we do have a digital brochure on copyright.com that does explain our entire dining plan package. So if you guys have clients that are interested, you guys can send them that digital brochure and it will spell everything out for them. Okay. A couple of room only offers. So we have quite a few. We have actually, it says up to 25% here. We have another one right now that's up to 30 currently for this summer. So these promotions are coming left and right. So just be aware of that. But right now, For arrivals August and September, if you stay 1 of 4 nights, you can save up to 25% depending on which resort you stay at. And then we have, I think, nope. Okay, that would be there we go. Okay, and then we have marketing resources that will help you guys to sell all of these promotions and help you promote our Cool Kids Summer. So these are all in Disney copyright. I'm going to show you guys how to get there at the end of the presentation, but you can go there. You can download the flyers. You can add your agency phone number, your website, your name, everything onto them, and you guys can go ahead and promote that way. That's one of the things. This is some of the collateral that will help support some of the promotions that are out there, like the dining plan and the stay longer and save more. So you guys can also order this collateral and pass it out to your clients or leave it wherever you want to leave it, promote your agency. On top of that, this to me is hands down the best job aid we have for you guys. So this is our Cool Kids Summer promotional job aid. What it does is it takes every promotion that's in our offers section on DisneyTravelAgents.com and it spells it out as to the dates, who's eligible, what does it include, what are the terms and conditions. When you guys come to me asking me, Monica, which promotion should I put my clients on right now? I use this job aid. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal job aid. So please, if you don't order anything else, just order this one. Okay, gonna flip over to Disneyland and leave Walt Disney World. We're gonna head out to California. We're gonna go visit the Disneyland 70th anniversary. It starts May 16th, so it is already in full swing. I was just there and the parks are beautiful. There are 2 parks at Disneyland, California Adventure Park and Disneyland, and they are both decorated to the hilt. So brilliant, colorful decor along the streets as you walk in between the 2 parks, downtown Disney. It is just gorgeous, decked out in Disneyland's best 70th. On top of that, if you're going to Disney California Adventure Park for one of the nights, we have a brand new show. It's called World of Color Happiness. I just saw this. I was blown away. It debuted May 17th. I was actually there for the debut. I don't want to give it away, but if you guys are going to watch this, please watch Inside Out 1 and 2 so you can help follow it and understand it. But the kids loved it. They were just, I mean, it was amazing. We also have brought back the Paint the Night Parade in Disneyland Park. So my understanding is this used to be a parade in the park a while back, and we have brought it back. So it's going to make its dazzling return to Disneyland Park. I saw this. I was floored. This is just a sampling, and I cannot even do it justice. All I can tell you guys is go to Disneyland and watch this parade. It is phenomenal. LED lights everywhere. There are probably about 10 floats that come out, plus some characters, and they're all lit up at night. And it is just simply gorgeous. And of course, if you're in Disneyland or over at Disneyland, the characters are all decked out in their 70th anniversary character costumes, which you guys can see there. And then we have another parade, Mickey and Friends Celebrate Happy. So this actually happens, I believe, twice during the day. I did see this parade also. It's a little bit shorter and quicker, but happens during the day. But the characters, there are so many characters out during this parade. This is when you're going to see them all. And then I think lastly for DLR 70th, I just threw this one in. This is all about if you're a Walt Disney history buff or you don't know a lot about Walt himself. We do have the Walt Disney A Magical Life experience. It's a cinematic experience. It debuts July 17th. It's in Main Street Opera House. And it's got a lot of what we call animatronics, which is where Walt kind of comes to life. So I can't wait to see this. I think this is going to be a really cool thing to see. So I have this on my bucket list for July. Okay, couple of offers. So we do have our multi-day ticket offer. So for as low as $120 per day with a special 3-day 1 park per day ticket or a 4-day 1 park for $100. This was bookable March 11th. It's valid through August 14th. We do have a lot of SoCal, Southern California ticket offers also on DisneyTravelAgents.com. So there are a few different types of ticket offers. We also have a special hotel offer. Save 20% on standard and premium rooms at Disney's Grand Californian, the Disneyland Hotel, and the villas. So if you guys have not been to Disneyland lately, we do have our beautiful brand new villas. I have not been in one yet, but I hear they're stunning and beautiful. So can't wait to see that when I go to Disneyland next week. This is bookable now. It's valid for travel that must be completed by August 14th. So pretty much right as the kids go back to school is when the hotel offer is going to change. And on top of that, we have tons of resources to support Disneyland. My favorite one is the one in the middle and the one on the right. The one on the left, you guys can go ahead and edit with your information and send out to your clients or leave flyers wherever you want to leave your flyers. It talks about the promotions. The one in the middle is something you can send to your clients. It's all about Disneyland's 70th. So it basically tells them anything and everything that's going on within the parks for our 70th anniversary. And then the one on the right, once again, very similar to the Walt Disney World. This is our offers promotion that spells out each offer, tells you all the terms and conditions, and which offer would fit best for your client at whatever time they want to go into the park or stay at the resort. Okay, so the last few minutes, I'm going to do about 5 more minutes really quick, and then I'll go to Q&A. If you guys have not already registered for DisneyTravelAgents.com, please do so. I think all of you are. Fingers crossed. Once you enter in, it'll ask you to create an account. You'll get a password. You'll sign back in. This is your one-stop shop as a travel advisor. Everything is here. Our booking engine is here. Retrieving reservations is here. And this is for almost all of my products. So all of them except really Adventures by Disney and Nat Geo, where we have you guys call in because it's a little bit of a more complicated booking process. Everything else you can pretty much get here. So your Disney travel news. If you're not signed up for your Disney travel news, please sign up. It alerts you to anything and everything new that's happening with all 6 products across the board. This is also where you're going to go find all of your offers. Every offer for every brand is housed in DisneyTravelAgents.com. If you've not done your College of Disney Knowledge, please also do that. I have a lot of agents ask me, Monica, how do I get my free park hopper ticket? You must do the CDK. So please do the College of Disney Knowledge. Do not forget to take your assessment, which is down here at the bottom in the middle. Everybody kind of overlooks this. You must complete this in order to unlock all of your benefits. So just don't forget that. Take the assessment. All of your marketing tools. So the promotion calendars, the 70th, the Disneyland 70th piece for your clients, all of the e-brochures, those are all located in your marketing tools area. There is a drop down you guys can see right here what's included. We have a Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube. DisneyCopyright.com is your one-stop shop for everything that you need marketing. Okay, so make sure that you click on this link, you go in there, you sign in, and you'll be able to access everything you need to promote your agency and your brand. A couple more slides, the marketing guidelines. This is really about social media content and how you guys are going to market with that. So because we are Disney, because of the brand and the IP, we ask that you please follow the marketing guidelines. The brand is world known. It's one of the most known brands in the world, and they want to make sure that it's being represented correctly. So I am going to ask, please just make sure you look at those marketing guidelines and you understand what you can and can't post. And then on top of that, if you're not signed up for Disney Travel Professionals, our YouTube, our Instagram, and our Facebook pages, please do. You guys can share this content right off of these pages. What I love about that is it's approved. You don't even have to ask. You can share it and you're good to go. You're not breaking any rules. Everything is good. And it's just an easy place to do your one-stop shopping for social media. Okay, and Tara, this is Tara's information. I switched mine out. So Tara is your new BDM. So if you were on with us yesterday, she did give her email. So I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. It's tara.williams@disney.com. And moving forward after this week, she will be your main point of contact for anything and everything Disney destinations with Archer Travel. So tomorrow will be my last official webinar with you guys, and then I hand the reins over officially to Tara, and she is going to do wonderful, and she is amazing, and you guys are going to fall in love with her, and you guys have been amazing to me, and I thank you for that. Yes, thank you guys each and every day for making the magic happen. We appreciate you. We wouldn't be here without you all, and you guys are some of the best sellers out there. Agents are the best. You guys sell more Disneyland than anybody else. So please keep doing that. Keep selling that. Keep reaching out to us. If you need anything, we're here. Tara's here. I'm behind Tara. So just, that's what we're here to do, is to help you with this product, all these products, and just, it's a travel agent appreciation month, and we appreciate everything you guys do. You guys have one of the hardest jobs in the world, I'm telling you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Monica. Thank you, Tara. You guys are absolutely wonderful, and we love the Disney fans. Thank you, travel agents, for joining us today. We will have Spanish tomorrow if you or any of your other team members want to join. And it is still Disney week, so we will be posting more Disney videos. We'll be posting photos throughout the week. Feel free to check them out. And we're here to support you guys, so don't hesitate to reach out if you need us. Well, have a great day, everyone.